Yes, I began recording. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome all. We meet here in Arab English Association for the sake of developing our teachers' proficiency in English from all over the Arab world as well as from other foreign areas. Here, this is the sixth webinar with our teachers who are very distinguished, very excellent, and we hope that we will exchange ideas between us and be happy in this webinar. First of all, let's watch another time this video and before introducing our distinguished guest.
Shawqia, there is no sound. Shawqia, sound. There's no sound. Shawqia, can you hear me? We need sound. There's no sound. We lost the sound.
Yes, we have
Shawqia,
no
we lost
sound.
the sound. We lost it, maybe.
Yes.
Or you just
Thank
deliberately.
Yes, thank you for watching. Now, first of all, we in Arab English Teachers Association, me, Shawqia Hawawre, the president of this association from Palestine, and my colleague, the managing editor from Syria, Miss Dania Korani. We welcome you all and welcome Miss Lina Bitar from Palestine. This distinguished teacher will deliver a speech and a lecture about teaching skills and reading skills. How can we develop our teachers in this skill? First of all, welcome you all, of course, and I will introduce Miss Lina. Miss Lina Bitar, her current job is an English language teacher, and she is a former English language a supervisor and trainer approved by the Palestinian Ministry of Education for English language teachers in various strategies for teaching English, including the integration of technology into teaching English, and a former co-member of the Ministry of Education Committee to enrich and write English language courses from the 5th to the 10th grades for English for Palestine books. She has different certificates in teaching and training English from international organizations such as MEDIST and British Council. And she has also a lot of certificates as the certificate in English language teaching. We welcome you, Ms. Lina, and thank you very much for joining us in this sixth webinar for English Arab teachers. And we hope that we share experiences and we share ideas between you and our colleagues from all over the world. Welcome another time, and also I welcome my colleagues from all over the world. You can start now, okay?
Thank you, Ms. Shawqia. I am honored really to have this opportunity by you as the president of the Association for Arab English Teachers. And you are more able than me to introduce yourself. MashaAllah, you're a prize winner of many educational prizes, and you are Microsoft expert. And I am happy that you give us English here from all over the Arab and the world to meet in this meeting. I hope my lecture today you will have some benefits from it, and it will be a subscription, and you will be happy that you gave me some time of your all dear guests, your precious time today. So we'll start now by the subject of my interactive lecture today. And excuse me, Ms. Shawqia, now I will ask you maybe to admit the new guests so I can focus on my teaching. So I can see some guests. So now I'll give you this responsibility. Thank you. My speech is about, as you can see, I hope everyone here with me can see it. And before I start, let me just
yes, I am sharing the screen. Is it visible, Miss Lina? Miss Lina, is my screen
visible for everyone? Yes, it's visible for me. Is it visible for everyone?
Yes, so it's okay. Yes,
and
you can go ahead.
I welcome Mr. Okay, I welcome Mr. Faza Abderrashid, the head of the supervision department in South Nablus Directorate, and Mr. Bassel Dmedi, my super English supervisor. I welcome everyone of speech we'll have together. I am only one that learns, and I believe that as long as one is living, one is always learning. When I stop learn, I will not be in this world anymore.
Please let me, Miss Lina, another time to welcome Mr. Faza and Mr. Basil and all our guests from all over the world. Welcome all. Thank you. You can go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Shawqia. Okay, as you see, I hope the screen is visible for everyone. I chose today to share with you some of my little experiences which I gained through my 17, 18 years of teaching, and the last recent 7 or 8 years I have been teaching in early childhood stage. I teach now children age 6 to 8. I teach grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, and grade 4 English. I am happy to choose this stage after I have experience in teaching all grades from grade 1 to 12. And yes, and now I have some trainings in this subject I'd like to share with you. Now, please, can we move to the next slide, Ms. Shawqia? Because I have no electricity, and kindly, Ms. Shawqia, because she has electricity, I am now presenting from my mobile, because unfortunately the electricity in Beta here in South Nablus suddenly cut off, as it usually does. But as all the challenges we have, we'll together, hand in hand, maybe conquer this challenge. I will thank you, Ms. Shawqia, for cooperating with me. And now I please want to ask you, guests and colleagues, this question. What do you think is the first step in recognizing sounds? My speech is about reading and teaching reading, and we all know that reading depends on sounds, recognizing sounds. So what do you think? Please, you can raise your hand. You can write in the chat. Me, Ms. Shawqia, Ms. Dania, if she's here with us.
No,
will
they
be
can raise their hands, Miss Lina. They can raise the hand, and I will ask one by one.
Please raise your hands, and Ms. Shawqia will organize the talks. Please let us. If this is not, I'm not a lecturer. Please, you are my teachers here. We have great educators. I can see in the attendees. Please, I like this to be a rich, interactive talk between me and you. So please, can we talk together? Ms. Shawqia will organize the ones who raised their hands first by first. So please tell us,
Yes.
Everyone can unmute himself, right, Ms. Shawqia?
Yes, yes, right.
What is, I'll give you the question, what is the first step, in your opinion, in recognizing sounds for children or for any person learning a new language? Anyone raising hands?
No.
Okay, no one likes to talk with us about this. Shall I proceed? Maybe I'll proceed.
Yes, you can. You can.
Then we'll click.
Yes, there is someone. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Please.
I heard someone say, can I? Someone was speaking, maybe. Yes, Siham, Miss Siham, please go ahead. Miss Siham.
Yes, I can hear you, yes. So the first step in recognizing the sounds, it might be by decoding.
Maybe.
Isn't it?
Thank you for your
by decoding
I'm
the
asking
sounds.
for decoding. Anyone agrees?
For example, they will start recognizing what is the first sound that the letter that we are pronouncing, it might be starting with. So they are sounding out these words, for example, sounding out these words aloud, and then they will recognize which letter is the letter starting at the beginning of the sentence. For example, if we are teaching children.
Thank you, Ms. Siham. يعني, if I understood you right, your opinion is the first step in recognizing sound is just the child see the letter and start recognizing what is this letter from his previous experience. This is what you want to say, Ms. Siham? So the first step is visual, is see the word, see the letter. Okay, let's now see
there are some answers. Yes, Miss Lina, there are some answers in the chat box. For example, Mr. Reed says, recognize the alphabet. She means recognizing the alphabet. Dr. Muhammad Rafi are also, no, yes, sorry. Miss Iman says students should recognize vowels first. So recognizing vowels first is the first step according to Miss Iman. Mr. Al-Hassan says the first step we should distinguish between consonants and vowels, but there is a difference between letters and sounds of English. Miss Rim says see each letter and how it is pronounced in a word and alone. So those are some of the answers that we got.
Thank you. Can I now have my turn in just commenting? I appreciate every opinion, and I can see something that gather these opinions. From every answer we got, we have something in common, and which is difference. in different ways. Some say see, some says remember what sound. So before the first thing the child or anyone that is learning a foreign language, for example, me learning Spanish, me learning French. So the first thing, how could I recognize a letter if I did not hear it first from someone from the mother tongue of this language? So I appreciate your answers, and I think we have something in common, and we can agree on the importance of the sounds in reading. Before I read a letter, and Mr. Al-Hassan, thank you, said the English letters has sounds and letters. So from my profession, I that it's important that the children listen. If you go back to me to the child when the case is first born, or even when child is inside his mother's womb, what do experts say? They say, let this child in the womb of his mother listen to sounds. And some opinions we hear, and just observe the child, how the child acquires his mother tongue. He listens for the first year of his and the second year of his life, just then start just doing what others do. So I see that when we start with children, we focus on listening as the first step to recognizing the sounds. Can we just click, please, Ms. Shawqia, proceed? Please, click another click. Yes. Dear guests, I'd like us now, as let's say just a warmer and a fun guessing game in YouTube. Let us just have some fun together and watch together, please, with this YouTube. Please, Ms. Shawqia, can you press the YouTube? Yes, please listen and guess the sound. We need the sound, Ms. Shawqia. We need to guess the sound. And we need to hear the sound, because I could not. I can't hear the sound. I just see the pictures.
No sound.
And please, Ms. Shawqia, no sound in the YouTube. Please, can you just maybe solve this sound problem? And Ms. Shawqia, please, would you be very kind as to stop the video before the answer is shown?
Yes, of course, inshallah.
So we can guess. Yes, now I can hear the sound. I hope everyone can hear. Maybe you proceed because it was not clear. Yes, the first sound is shown. We heard a bowling sound. A bowling sound. Now, can we just proceed in the video and then the answer is revealed? Yes, stop, please.
Yes.
Can anyone unmute? This is a game, and say what did we hear? Who can unmute and say? Just guess. It's fun. It doesn't have to be right.
Yes, guessing.
Who can tell us? Please, yes, join the game. Who can tell us it shouldn't be right or wrong? Just a game. Come on. Let's have some fun.
It's like running water, right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Let's reveal.
Let's
Let's
see.
reveal, Ms. Shawqia. Let's reveal. Let's reveal the picture. Yes, running water. That's you, Mr. Bassel, the right answer. Yes. Yes, the sound. What did you hear?
It's like the sound of an owl, right?
Let's see.
Maybe. Yes, please reveal it. Where's the picture?
Yes. Great. Thank you.
Yeah,
Outing. Great. Thank you.
let's have some clapping.
It seems that they are so cold. Yes. What did you hear? Shall I repeat
Please
it?
unmute and say, please.
What did you hear?
Typewriter?
Sound of a blender?
Maybe mobile message.
Maybe.
Let's see.
Maybe
This sound, I hate it. I hate this sound by myself.
And students enjoy doing it. And it can be a mobile also.
Yes.
So, to save the time, thank you, Ms. Shawqia. Maybe we'll not continue all the video. It's just some warm-up, and maybe it gives us something to think about. So maybe the next slide, Ms. Shawqia, can I just please move to the next slide? The electricity is still cut in beta. Thank you, Ms. Shawqia, because you are great help for me today. And
Yes,
good that I have a 3G.
Thank you very much. But I don't.
The second slide.
Yes,
Maybe
wait a minute,
you
please.
get out of the PowerPoint.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
during the time Ms. Shawqia is returning us to the PowerPoint, please can we think about this video we now and this game, and please you are free to tell me how, as a teacher in the classroom, either to children or adults, how can you use or why as a teacher you will choose this video? What the benefit this video is to use it in the classroom? Can we have some opinions? Yes, we are now back to the PowerPoint. Can we have some opinions? Why would you as a teacher, would you first as a teacher use this video in your classroom? And if yes, why would you use it? Can I hear some opinions?
Yes, please raise your hand if you want.
Would like to raise the hand?
Yes, Miss رابعة تفضلي. Help yourself,
Yes, I
please.
think hello everybody. I think learning
Hello.
reading yes please.
Straba with us.
Yes.
Hello everybody. I think learning reading depends a lot on listening. The students must recognize the sounds to can repeat them and read them correctly. And this will help too
Thank
much.
you. So you would use this video in your classroom?
Yes, of course.
You
yes,
would use
yes.
it. Thank you.
Sometimes we use some games like this. Yeah.
Thank you.
If anyone wouldn't comment, maybe we'll proceed. Proceed the next click, please, Ms. Shawqia. Next. Next. Here I just recommend that you, just a minute. Here I recommend that you use some type of, sorry. Just a minute. It's dropped. Yes. Please the next slide, Ms. Shawqia. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
The next slide, please, Ms. Shawqia.
This one,
Can you move
turning
to the
into
next
sound.
slide? Okay, just a bit here. Here,
Yes.
I recommend, yes, thank you. I recommend that if anyone like this, I have some videos. I recommend that you try, if you have the necessary, you have the ability, the necessary devices. Just please stop here, Ms. Shawqia, to share this in your classes. This is a kind of warm-up and a kind of helping the students to recognize how it's very important to pay attention to the sounds around them. If the students pay attention to the sounds in the environment around them, it's easier for them to pay attention next steps to the sounds they hear, of the sounds of the foreign language they hear. And why do we need these children to listen to the sounds and be attentive to the sounds, even to the environment? The main aim is to develop the children's awareness of sounds. And we can use many strategies. You can explore the net. I did some research and I explored. I like the strategy of listening walks. And I'd like to share with you the idea of this strategy. You can take the group, your classroom, you can take them to a tour outside the classroom. It's a very nice opportunity when you take your children outside the classroom. You take the permission from your headmistress, from the headmaster. You take maybe it's inside the school, outside the classroom, or maybe it's around the school. Just go and train them to be attentive and listen. After you go back to the classroom, maybe you will benefit from this by making a list, and will develop some vocabulary for the children. What did you hear? And you can just accept them to say the things they don't know in English, except in the mother tongue. And you can help them, they know these things in English. So make a list, what did they hear? And this is a great strategy, listening walks. So, and what benefits also that they have general sound discrimination. They discriminate between this sound and this sound, and this helps them later in discrimination, the sounds between the letters. You know, in English, we have B as book, and we have P as Palestine. So this is a great step to to develop the children's awareness of discriminating between sounds in a fun and active way. So please, next click, Ms. Shawqia. Next click, please. Next slide. Okay, next slide also. So remember to, when you please teachers and educators, when you, just stop here please. When you teach your children or talk to them that we are going to listen, please remind them of the rules of listening. And you know, everyone knows how we remind them for those to be quiet, to be attentive. And this is just to recommend. I will not open for the sake of time saving. I'll not open all the videos I have here, but this is a recommendation for you if you like any time to go to the YouTube and just write sounds around us, listening walks, sounds in teaching English, and you will find amazing sources just as this YouTube in front of you. You can just copy sounds around us, and you see multiple resources on the YouTube. We will not, Ms. Shawqia, for the sake of time, that I really like to have for discussion, will not open this YouTube, but this is just a recommendation for a source for anyone who would like to see more sources. Please, can you proceed to the next slide? Okay, thank you. Now I have a request from you. We were supposed to listen to the video, but we can manage and see if we'll have to go back, we'll see. Now let me read the request. Can you write in the chat box, what do children learn after watching the above mentioned video and the above mentioned activity of guessing sounds? So I changed my mind. Because of this activity, Ms. Shawqia, you can to the YouTube, and maybe we'll have 5 minutes from the YouTube. So we can answer, you can answer in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and speak. We'll try, please, with me. You will see this video, and you will keep in mind, what do children learn after watching this video?
Is there a sound?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, it's all right.
We'll have 5 minutes or less.
Sounds around us. Sounds around us. Do you hear those sounds? Do you hear those sounds? We are surrounded with sound everywhere. We hear different sounds around us. We are surrounded with sounds everywhere. We hear different sounds around us. When we wake up in the morning, we hear different sounds. Listen. When we wake up in the morning, we hear different sounds. Listen. At home, we hear sounds from different machines and objects that we used. Let's go at home and listen to hear sounds from different machines and objects that we used. The living room, let's go entertaining the sounds they produced. Living room is full of entertaining sounds.
That's enough?
The television.
Is it okay till here? Shall I stop?
Sorry,
Shall I?
I am muted. Sorry. Okay, تفضلي.
Shall I stop?
Okay.
Or continue?
Stop, yes. Just if you
Yes,
just
thank
proceed, stop, it's the same. We have the idea. Thank you. I
Yes.
please want our precious guests to answer me if they like. No, just go back, please. Do not come to this step, please, Shawqia. Go back, please. Yes, just stay here. I want our precious guests, please, to share with us if you have this video in the classroom. Please tell us what children will benefit from such a video. How can you, as a teacher, can you tell me? Anyone can tell us? Any
Hello.
volunteers?
Yes. Yes.
Hello.
Welcome.
Khalid
Hello.
from Oman. Hello, how are you? Children from this group can identify different sounds.
Welcome.
Can you hear me quite well? They can
Yes, the sound
identify
is not
different.
so clear.
Yes.
They can
Not clear.
identify different sounds.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. They
Around
can
them
identify sounds around them from the environment. Yes.
they can also know
Yes.
names of animals and things. They can listen carefully also.
Thank you.
Yes.
And can
This
they?
is the yes,
question
Miss
is
Lina,
what-
sorry for interruption. In the chat box, there are many ideas. This is the same
Good.
idea as Mr. Hassan's. He says we can use it to show the students that it is important to listen carefully. Liana says it is an icebreaker activity. Mr. Khalid says identifying different sounds. Miss Majda says, sorry, children learn sounds of animals. Gulshan says children learn to distinguish different sounds. Mr. Gharid says four ideas. Number one, to be quiet. Number two, to listen carefully and attentively. Number three, to think and memorize. And the last point, to identify the names of things and actions. Mr. Al-Hassan repeats another time. He says that perhaps they will imitate these sounds or say some words by using their native language. Ms. Rab'a says participants pay attention, think and understand recognizing sounds, think and remember recognizing periods of the day. And there are many ideas. Thank you all.
Thank you. Very, very
That's it.
precious ideas. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you very much. Can we just proceed forward, please, Ms. Shawqia?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. So, we conclude sounds and pronouncing them leads us to, please raise your hands and share. What do you see in this slide? What is this? Now we come to the real reading at last. So, if you hear your voices, please. Your voice is appreciated.
Yes. Miss Maysoon says to identify the names of things and actions, they will be able to recognize periods. Gulshan developing speaking.
Correct reading, maybe.
Okay. Can we just, yes?
Yes, please. Can you repeat your answer, please? We
I mean,
didn't
correct
hear him.
pronunciation. Correct reading. Correct reading.
Yes, yes, thank you.
They can
He says
also
correct.
yes.
Yes, continue. Sorry.
They can also blend and segment words and then read them.
Nice, thank you. Yes, Miss Lina, are you with us?
Please, can you click? Yes, and leave the precious comments. Thank you very much. I am very lucky to have this bunch of really educators. Thank you. It's very precious. I think, yes, meeting.
Yes,
Thank you.
There is a new idea, Miss Lina, sorry for interruption another time. Mr. Al-Hassan adds, it leads us to form words and express ideas. Did you hear this answer? Yes, Mr. Khalid says they can blend and segment sounds to read words. Yes, and Miss Majda says creating new knowledge sounds.
Hello?
Yes.
Just
Can you hear
sorry to
us?
interrupt, but just I lost the internet for a few seconds. Sorry, but I am back now with you.
Yes. Yes. Shall I repeat the last
Thank you.
answers? Shall I
Please.
repeat them?
Please, because I lost for.
Yes.
Please do
Yes.
because
Yes.
I lost
Yes.
the interaction.
Yes. No problem. No problem. I will gladly repeat them. Mr. Hassan Al-Hassan adds,
Thank
it
you.
leads us to form words and express ideas. Mr. Khalid says they can blend and segment sounds to read words. And Ms. Majda says create new knowledge about sounds.
Thank you. All precious notes, all precious comments. And as I agree here, my slide, I wrote, I'm sorry. Hello, sorry if I am interrupted. I don't know what's net. Sorry. I hope you are now hearing me. You can hear me, Ms.
Yes, yes, we
Shawqia?
are hearing. Yes, we are hearing you now. No problem. Don't be worried.
Sometimes you will lose. Thank you. Sometimes
Yes.
you lose me, but I hope it will not happen. I hope the internet will go smoothly until we finish.
Yes.
So recognizing sounds and pronounce them lead us to blending and segmenting sounds, as many of our precious guests has suggested. So please, next click, Ms. Shawqia. Next click. I think the internet has to do with some delay in the next slides. Moving to next slides. We'll have to be patient. To the next slide, please. I think this is the longest time the electricity has cut off in beta. Wow.
No problem. No problem. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And we have now, we'll talk about the really great. Yes, looking forward, I know, for, because they said we have come to a reading lecture. And here Ms. Lina starts with listening. And happily, we agreed that listening to sounds and recognizing them leads to the reading correctly, which is, it starts by segmenting and blending. So children, as researchers and studies says, and no, Ms. Shawqia, please return to the previous slide, please, because I have to read something. Please return to the previous slide.
Yes, I returned, but because of the internet access
I know,
is so weak.
I know.
Yes.
Maybe
it is delayed.
It's okay. We have to be patient with this challenge. It's okay. So children need segmenting and blending. They need this strategy. Yes. So they can easily, this research says and studies says that children who can segment and blend sounds easily are able to use this knowledge when reading and spelling. So if you want a teenager or an adult who you can say this is a good reader, you have to raise a child who can segment and blend combining sounds. And segmenting is separating sounds. These combining sounds and segmenting are skills that are necessary for learning to read. And I think we all, as educators of English, agree to this. Please, can we, sorry, who can just, anyone can mute himself? There's a sound, unpleasant sound coming.
Yes.
Please, can you just mute yourself, please? Because everyone
Yes,
can enjoy the lecture.
and you can unmute yourself, please, and please the others.
Okay. Yes, yes. Okay, can we proceed to the next slide, please, Ms. Shawqia? Next slide, please. Okay, the net maybe is, yes, thank you. And speaking about research, I found this pyramid. I like it. And as you see, you can see here in front of you, the screen, we have the simplest strategies in teaching reading English and teaching science to children. We move from the simplest strategies to the most complex. As you can see, the simplest strategies that we teachers for young children use, we depend a lot on the rhymes and alliteration. We, as you see, the first step, as research and study says, here's oral. Then the first, always remember, please, that the children needs to hear a lot of oral. And we start with rhymes and alliteration. And then after that, from the simple, we move, the simple thing, we move, the children hears words in spoken sentences. After rhymes, the children begin to hear words. And now we are in the stage of hearing. You know this? Then the children hears syllables in spoken words. First words, then syllables. Rhymes, words, syllables. Then the children begins to hear onsets and rhymes in words. The most complex, they begin to hear individual phonomics in words. After they hear a lot of rhymes, a lot of words in spoken sentences, and after they have this all background of English in their mind, we go to the specific, from the general to the specific, which are the phonemes. And from my experience, if you begin, and you can try it in your classes, if you begin with a child with teaching them the phone, say with me, say after me, ba, with separation from any spoken words, any pictures. I pet the child, next time will forget and maybe mix between a and m and p. But from my previous experience, and I will prove it in the next slides, you will see how children have wonderful ability to acquire the sounds after they hear a lot of spoken words. Can we just please proceed, Ms. Shawqia? The next slide. I hope you can hear me because it's so quiet here. Ms. Shawqia, can you hear me? It's so quiet here. Ms. Shawqia, anyone can hear me?
Doctor.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, because it was so quiet. Thank you for your attention.
He can't
Okay,
hear you
now,
clearly.
why? Thank you, thank you, thank you. The next slide is because I don't want to take a lot of your time. Before I off, where is the slide? Shawqia, it's all black now. Has something went wrong, Ms. Shawqia?
Yes,
Internet,
no.
electricity?
I stopped sharing for accepting someone because there was a
Okay,
problem and I am muted. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now
Thank you.
I
The most
will
important
share.
thing that you didn't lose the electricity like me.
No. Inshallah, no.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Thank you. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah, inshallah. Yes. Now
In my next slides, we don't have the PowerPoint. I will prove some theories that I have experienced in class that children, yes, you can please move in the slides, that children actually can recognize some phonemes after hearing some whole words. So here we reach why do we teach blending and segmenting? Blending, again, combining sounds, and segmenting, which is separating sounds, are skills that are necessary, as I said, for learner to read. Developing a child's phonological awareness is an important part of developing a reader. This is we have to put in mind. If I want a reader, an adult reader or a teenager reader, I should develop a phonological awareness in the child. Many research studies indicate that kids who have weak phonological awareness also have weak reading skills. Please, can we proceed, Ms. Shawqia? Please. Yes, here is a video, really, I like it, and really I'd like to share with you. Please, Ms. Shawqia, can we go to YouTube? And you can find it, anyone interested, you can find it on the YouTube.
Drive through.
can you hear the sound now? Yes.
Blending. We're going to make words.
Yes, Miss Lina.
Yes.
Miss Lina, can you hear the sound?
Yes, please.
But we're going to
play.
the sound to the words. Now we're going to drive very slow at the beginning, and then we're going to pick up the speed. Let's do the sound. So let's drive that through. A little faster. Very good. Now let's go a little bit more difficult. 2 letters, 1 sound. Okay, what is this? So we're going to drive through. But nobody really talks like that. We don't say the, so we need to pick up the speed a little bit. So let's go. Let's go a little faster. Okay, very good. I think you're really getting this. 2 letters, 1 sound. Okay, so let's drive through. Faster. A little faster. That's it. What is the word, David? Much. That's too much food. I don't think I can eat it all. Now, I'd like you to do the same thing that I did on the board. I'm going to give you each a tray and a marker, and you're going to write your own words and do it with me with a little car. If we're doing the word rat, okay, then I would put the R at the bottom, the A at the top, and the T at the bottom, but separated like this. So we need the car to be able to drive down the street. The consonants at the bottom, the vowels at the top. R-A-T. So I want you to write it with your marker the way I did.
Very good. And let's take our car. We're gonna drive up. We're gonna go at. Very good. Let's do it faster though. Rat. Very good. One more time. Rat. Okay. Charlie, what was the word? Rat. Rat. Very good. Okay, we're going to take our tissue and we're going to erase that word so that we can write another one. Okay, now watch what I'm doing.
Shawqia,
So you
can
can
you stop
letters. Okay.
Yes.
the video? Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Shawqia. So
Thank you.
I hope you like. Thank you. I hope my precious guests you like this video as I like it. I'm as a teacher for young children. Really, after seeing this video, can't wait to really go to the classroom and try it with my first grade kids. So I think this is fun, and this can help the children to practice the segmenting and blending in a fun way, and we can benefit many benefits from this. You see, there's listening, there's reading, and there's even writing, and some also vocabulary. A lot can be done from this strategy. I hope that you like this video as I did. Maybe because of the time, I left the comments if you like after we finish the lecture. So please, can we just proceed? Another slide, please, Ms. Shawqia. Okay, now there's a strategy that I've learned from co-teaching with Miss Wendy Arnold. I really, one gets, you know, his experience on the long way while teaching with other people, while studying, while watching others, while trying things. And I like to share you this strategy. I really, in the last 2 years, I was in co-teaching on Hands Up project with Miss Wendy Arnold. She's a consultant, and she's the author of teacher book for English for Palestine from grade 1 to grade 6. And really, we use this this strategy, and I like to share with you. So I want you please to just allow me to imagine that you are back several years behind your children, your students on the seats, and we'll have to blend some letters, and let's blend. I ask you, and have this as a game. Just imagine ourselves children again. If you like, if you don't like, it's okay. I see something start with K. What is it? Of course, these whoever these photos I chose, children have been taught before. They know these words. So unmute yourself and please imagine you are a child in grade 1 and tell me, what is this thing that starts with cat? Who will like to play with me this game? Please unmute yourself and say. I see something start with cat. Who will answer me? Please, my guests. Who would like to volunteer and ask and answer me? We'll imagine ourselves as students.
Yes.
Yes.
You can raise your hand.
Who will answer? What is this photo? Let's have some fun in the lecture. Not just be just photo. Can you please?
Is there anybody?
What is this
Cup, for
photo?
example.
Read.
Cup. Mr. Grid.
Tagreed.
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
Grid. Go ahead, please.
Yes, it's a cup.
Cup.
Yes.
Thank you.
Excellent statement. Thank you.
A cup. Thank you. And another
Miss Rabaa was raising her
another
hand.
student may say it's a also cup. And what is another
Miss Rabaa.
what is no
Yes.
Miss Rabaa.
Yes.
go back please.
Yes, I am with you.
What? Yes,
I am
please
with you.
answer this question.
And apple.
ابعدي. Okay. أنا كنت حابة yes coffee and the next is apple. Thank you. Ms. Shawqia, next
Apple,
next photo. Thank you. Thank you. What is this? I can see something start with ta. I can see something start with ta. What is it?
Yes, teacher. Teacher, can I answer?
Yes, yes, of course.
Yes, I am a student now.
Yes,
Yes,
please answer.
teacher. Yes, this is a teacher.
Thank you.
Yes,
now
thank
look.
you.
Thank you. Now, students, look at this. Look at this, what we have here. Look at the letters. Look at the sounds. We have ka, ka, coffee, ka, ka, cup, ka, ka. Say after me. Of course, when you are a teacher to first graders, you say after me, ka, ka. And you emphasize the sound. Make sure you emphasize the sound as a robot first. And they all say after you, ka, ka, coffee. And they know this is apple. They know from previous teaching this is apple. And you now make them recognize that this is a. And they see the letter for the apple just under the picture of the apple. And they know you first told them before orally, hello, students, I am your teacher. This is me, your teacher. And they say, hello, teacher. So when they see this picture, they know this is a teacher. And you ask them, what is the first sound of teacher? And they will say, ta. And here, in this step of reading, you will show them the ta they heard before, they will see now as a phoneme. It's just under the picture of teacher. And now let's blend. We say ka, ka, and a, like a robot. You emphasize every phoneme. Ka, and they repeat after you. And then we have ka, ka, cat. And please, next click, Ms. Shawqia. Click. Yes, yes. Here is the cat. See the difference between the letters to the left and the word to the right? Ka, ka, separate. Ka, ka, we segment. Ka, ka, ta, ta. And then we blend. Cat. And it's not just reading, it's reading with meaning. Because especially the children, we have to use a lot of visuals, so they can link between what they read and what's the meaning of what they read. We have to emphasize they read meaningful things. So we segment first. We say ka, 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 ta. Then we have the blending, and we have cat, and we have the picture of the cat. So do you think that children will ever forget this?
Never, ever.
After us, and you have to practice more and more. But children, if they forget, they need to practice more. Thank you, Shawqia. Maybe the next click, please, the next slide. Okay, now we have another blending. Another question to the students. Let's plan. And I see something start with and people who have taught grade 1, they know that grade 1 know these pictures. Grade 1 first know the pictures orally. We teach them the pictures in previous stages, and we teach them orally. They know this is nose, nose. A student will say nose, and I will say, okay, then nose starts with n, and they repeat after me. And I ask the student, I can see something starts with ah. Next click, please, Ms. Shawqia. Ah, next click, click. Yes. And you don't have to use PowerPoint in class. You can just use the flashcards and use the board, and you just write or use the flashcards of the numbers. You don't have to use PowerPoint if you don't. So we have umbrella, and another student will raise their hand, and this, when I ask, I can see something start with T. And another student says T. Yes, it's T. And what is the word? I say, repeat after me. Not. And then I let them practice to say first slowly, not, and then fast, not. Now we can read cat, we can read not. Please, next slide. Ms. Shawqia. Next slide. Okay, now these sounds can be tricky and have some problems with us. What about these sounds like V, E? We have E and A, and suddenly it's E, not ear. Even we were saying ear, and we now learn that it's ear, because this is the sound when E and A come together. We have to teach children, when you see these sounds come together, they are just pronounced like one sound. 2 letters, one sound. This we call tricky sound. The only way you treat them as one sound, like and this comes by repeating. They see this sound and repeating after you. When you see EA, it's always E, like T. And when you see CA, you can that when they get together, there are 2 sounds, but 2 letters, sorry, but 1 sound. This is by practice, they're going to learn faster than you can expect. Children have wonderful abilities that they amaze us and surprise us sometimes. Please click, Ms. Shawqia, the next slide. And we have, of course, ow, like mouth. We have to remind children. Yes, and we have these tricky sounds in the picture of T. They recognize it's T, and now after they orally know, when they see the picture that it's T, now they see how it's written. Now they learn to read the word T, and we have to emphasize this is 2 sounds. We have 3 letters, but we have two sounds. And see the underline, we have to underline the two letters to make it one sound. And we read it, we tell the children, we read this. When you see E and A together, just ignore the A and this is E. And we see T. Now, teach, this should be teacher. Another click, please. Another click, Ms. Shawqia. Teacher. Yes, this is teacher. You know how complicated the sound, this teacher? How many sounds that there are two letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Imagine 7 letters, but how many sounds? 1, 2, 3, 4 sounds. But children will surprise you. Whenever they see this word, they will automatically say teachers. Children, who is this? Give me, I can see a picture of someone starts with T, and children will say so smoothly, teacher. But if you give them this word without they hear it before from you orally, will it be so as simple as this? Will they recognize when they see this word, T-E-A-C-H-E-R? Will it be easy for them to read it and just pronounce it? I doubt, but surprise me whenever I show them the picture of teacher, and when I just let them practice reading this to link the word teacher to the picture, they simply read it, teacher. And I have to remind them, look children, these are how many sounds? 1, 2, 3, 4. T, t, e, ch, ch, r, teacher. And the same with mouth. So complicated words can make easy if the children have listened a lot to the sounds before they see how it is written. And we have OU and F. Two tricky sounds in mouth, and children see shoulders, see the face and mouth and nose and ears. You can children from first grade and from kindergarten just fluently say the rhymes, and they don't have any problems with them. Why? Because they listened before. They listened a lot and they enjoyed the rhyme and the song. When they have the background of listening to these sounds in their head, and when you just present them with the phonemes, it will be not difficult for them to recognize, this is the mouth I sang the other lesson. This is the teacher who we were pointing to. This is how it's written, amazing. And this is the T. This is how it's read. So next step, please, Ms. Shawqia. Next slide. Thank you. This is come. Thank you, and sorry if I let you wait. And I hope you have enjoyed my lecture. Thank you very much. Really, I have benefited a lot from your comments, and I am really very appreciative to Ms. Shawqia, to every one of the guests. Thank you very much. And it's now you are free to leave any questions, any comments, to say anything. Ms. Shawqia, the mic is with you.
Thank you, Miss Lina. I appreciated your lecture. It was very fruitful, very valuable, and interactive. Thank you for accepting my invitation, and hope that our participants enjoy this like me. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Now, if there is any question for Miss Lina, you can raise your hand and go ahead with your inquiry. Yes.
Thank you, everybody, especially Ms. Lina, for your lecture here regarding the sounds. and hope the best for all of everybody here.
Thank you. Thank you very much for commenting and for joining us.
Anyone needs any question, any comment? You're welcome.
Let's watch the last.
You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your ability. You are capable of anything. You can achieve any dream. Please don't limit yourself. Don't live your life limited. It's not all sadness and misery. Life's a challenge, but you will succeed. Take control of how you feel in every circumstance. Work on yourself daily. Your story's far from done. The best is yet to come. Achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you. You have to believe in yourself. You don't have to hide anything. You can be your true self. Don't need to follow society.
Yes, thank you for watching. Yes, if there is any question, please go ahead before we leave.
I'm reading the comments. I am very happy for the comments. Thank you very much. I appreciate every comment. I appreciate everyone. Thank you very much. Ms.
Yes.
Shawqia, Doctor.
If there is no question. Yes. So thank you
Shawqia, can you hear me?
for all our participants.
Sorry.
Yes. I want to thank every participant who joins us in this lecture. Yes. And another time, thank you very much, Miss Lina. Appreciated. Thank you very much. Welcome all. نعم تفضل.
In the comments, thank you very much. In the comments, some people I read to share the PPT. I don't mind if you like to share the PPT.
Yes, I will. Inshallah. On my WhatsApp, I will send them my WhatsApp another time.
Thank you.
And you can, if anybody wants my WhatsApp, you can share it with him or her.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wait a minute, please.
Thank you very much. The electricity has come back just as we finished.
Oh my God. Yes.
Thank you for your great help. As I said, hand in hand, inshallah, we'll
of course, inshallah.
manage to
Thank you
conquer any challenge.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. For your great, really message here in conveying the English language.
You can read some
messages.
You can read. Yes,
yes,
you can read some messages. You can read some messages. Yes, aloud.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. You're doing a great job in this association, Ms. Shawqia. Yes, we all just appreciate
very
of
much.
your great
Thank you.
effort. Thank you very much. So we'll leave, maybe. Just no one is just to have a question. If no one has a question. Well, if no one has a question, maybe we can leave. I don't know. What do you think?
Yes, yes.
And maybe Ms.
Yes,
Shawqia?
so
Maybe Ms.
yes,
Shawqia will...
if anybody wants, yes, if anybody wants to contact you for my WhatsApp groups for this association, you can help him. Thank you very much. I will stop recording.